a loaded baked potato soup right now. We have sour cream, green onion, mixed cheese, flour, I have cream, I have milk, butter, onion, bacon, garlic, russet potatoes, I have some bacon fat right here that I got from the bacon over there, and I got chicken stock. So we're gonna large dice these potatoes, I'm gonna show you that, but I love the skin on, it's your choice, I like the skin on. Once all your potatoes are cut, place them into a bowl, fill it with water, set them aside. That's gonna keep them from turning color on you while we're working on the rest. First, what we're gonna do, I got some of that bacon fat. Drop some in there, just a little bit to coat the bottom for right now. We're gonna add in the onions. We're gonna add in the garlic. Now we're not gonna get any color on this. We're just gonna sweat these down. We're gonna get a nice little translucent. Let that garlic saute. So after a few minutes of cooking your onions down, we're going to start building our roux. Now what is a roux? A roux is equal parts fat to flour. So that fat could be butter. In this case we're going to use butter and we're going to use bacon fat. I want to get a nice bacony taste throughout the soup. That's why I'm using the bacon fat. So I'm taking that bacon fat, I'm going to put it all in there. I'm going to put in half of this stick of butter. You're going to let that all melt down. And then we're going to slowly start whisking in our flour until we get a wet sand consistency. That's going to help thicken our soup and also give us a creamy and rich flavor on the ending outcome. To a low temperature and let that cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Now slowly start to whisk in your chicken stock. You want to go slowly with all these wet ingredients because we don't want this to lump up on us. So we want to let that flour have time to incorporate itself into the liquids. So I'm on a low heat right now and I'm slowly just whisking in the chicken stock. Make sure you're scraping all the sides really well. Get it so it's nice and liquidy again. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our milk to this. Same steps, just slowly add it in. Keep whisking. Once you have your milk and your chicken stock completely incorporated into your roux, now we're going to go ahead, we're going to start adding in our potatoes to this. Alright, so once your potatoes are in, bring your temp up, get this to about a simmer, and then we're going to lower the temp and just let it do a nice slow simmer the whole time until the potatoes are completely cooked through, probably about 40 minutes. Get yourself a long spoon. And come over here every couple minutes and just kind of scrape on the edges and on the bottom because that flour is going to want to settle at first. So I'm going to check for seasoning. It's okay. I'm going to add some more salt and more pepper. Keep in mind too, as the potatoes cook, they're going to open up. The potatoes are bland, so they're going to suck up a lot of that seasoning. So you definitely want to season as you go with this. Don't start off too heavy, but don't start off too light either because you want those potatoes to really soak up that milk and all that flavor. Here you see these small bubbles, that's what you want. You don't want to cook this too hard because the milk will separate. So watch your temperature, watch your consistency. It's going to be real thick at first because that flour, that roux we added. So this is a little too thick because these potatoes got to finish cooking. And as the potatoes cook, they're gonna add some natural thickness to this soup. So what we're gonna do is we already have so much flavor in there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a little bit of water. Don't overdo it. There's a little fine line here because if you overdo it, your end product's gonna be too watery. I was gonna say soupy. It's gonna be too watery. But this is perfect right here. Like I said, we're gonna cook this for about 40 minutes. Okay, so 40 minutes later, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this with the cream. It's gonna add some nice richness. It's also gonna thin it out a little bit because you don't want mashed potatoes, you want a soup. So I may even add a little tiny bit more water. Let's just see how far this cream goes. All right, presentation is everything, so even a soup cannot look simple. So for the final ingredients, what we have is our green onion, our cheddar cheese, our bacon, and our sour cream. Check out how I garnish this. Loaded baked potato soup. Sexy. You're over here. All right. That's good. Get out of here. Cut.
This, I don't know why it looks dark.
Fix it, because it's gonna look dark in the film. Because the sensor's being blocked by this. Fix this light, like this or something. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, just adjust stuff. So once you get your potatoes in, bring your heat up to a kind of high heat temperature. We're gonna let it get hot. I don't know. Check for seasoning right now. You're recording? You got that one recording too, right? All right, and as these potatoes get, that's too much talking. Game over.